Game 7. It's an awesome new series on Amazon Prime. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But there's an episode about Game 7 for the Cubs from the 2016 World Series. Now, aside from the awesomeness of seeing guys like Dexter Fowler, Grandpa Rossi, Anthony Rizzo reliving that magical November 2nd night in Cleveland, there was also a moment about Joe Maddon that really missed a lot of context that I want to fill in. Tom Verducci talks a little bit about Joe's wacky personality, and then we hear from some of the players about how Joe got the most out of his players, was a baseball genius, great manager, yada yada. But here's one thing that they missed. What if I told you that just hours before the biggest game of Joe's managerial career in Cubs history, maybe in baseball history, Joe wasn't even thinking about baseball? Here's Len Kasper, former Cubs TV broadcaster, to shed some light on this.
I do remember in Cleveland, it was either game 6 or 7. It might have been 7. We're getting off the team bus in the tunnel, and there are tons of cameras there kind of recording the Cubs doing the walk off the bus or whatever. And I'm walking right next to him, and we're not talking about baseball. We're just talking about, again, random stuff, music, some article I read about who knows what.
7, yeah.
And that, and it's like Game 7 of the World Series, and he's just like, yeah. So anyway, I saw this cool article on the Rolling Stones. That's Joe. He treated every day like it was the same, whether it was spring training, regular season, postseason. Just show up, have fun, go kick ass.
So when Len told me that, I don't think it actually really sank in until after the interview. Like, can you imagine that? The biggest pressure spot in the history of the Cubs franchise from a manager who's never won a World Series, and he wants to talk about music? Not the lineup, not the pitching matchups, not pulling the players aside and having life-changing, inspirational talks. He wants to talk about the freaking Rolling Stones. Name me another successful manager in the history of this game that would do that. Joe Torre? No way. Tony La Russa? Heck no. Now, I know these guys won way more championships than Joe Maddon. They had a way more illustrious career, but none of them won a game as big as that one for a franchise that was in desperate need of ending a 108-year drought. And believe it or not, Joe, this cool guy, baseball genius, was told back in his failed days as being a minor league baseball player for the Angels that he would never be a manager. Yep, he straight up was told point blank to get rid of that pipe dream from a coach with the Angels at the time. Let that sink in for a second. If Joe Maddon took that coach at face value and let him pop that balloon, he would never have been a manager, he would never have been hired by the Cubs, and who knows how 2016 shakes out.
Oh my God.
So today, Cubs Nation, I thank Joe Maddon, his resilience, and the freaking Rolling Stones for a Game 7 win on that magical Wednesday night in Cleveland.